The Vikings were a fierce and hardy warrior people. The gods they worshipped were likewise fearsome and terrifying in combat. But none was greater than Thor, god of thunder. Thor was a great warrior, known for his strength, prowess in combat, and ability to defeat any foe. He slew many frost giants, wrestled old age itself, and once dressed as a woman to trick a giant into marrying him to get his hammer back. That's not Thor's favorite story, I bet. The many legends of Thor inspired Marvel Comics to create the Mighty Thor, which after many years of successful publications, they decided to turn into a movie. Oh, but Asylum Pictures, they were inspired as well. And they were inspired to create a giant piece of crap called Almighty Thor! Asylum Pictures, your greed and laziness have led you to rip off many a popular movie franchise and attempt to cash in with your so-called mockbusters. These cheap, terrible adaptations are horrid, but none so horrid as the unforgivable sin that is Almighty Thor. Oh, you thought you'd cash in on Marvel's Thor? You thought you could make something as good as they did? You trade Anthony Hopkins for Kevin Nash, Tom Hiddleston for Richard Grieco, Chris Hemsworth for what the hell this guy is. Seriously, who is this? Oh, your arrogance and your greed have angered the savage, and now I shall raise my sword to defeat you. Yes, you are a terrible movie. You are a movie that will hurt me, but I will fight you in the name of Thor, in the name of Hopkins, Hiddleston, and Hemsworth. Bring your worst, Almighty Thor. I'm ready for you. The movie opens in picturesque Asgard. I call it picturesque because it looks like someone took a picture of a castle and put it next to this mountain. But Asgard, they have some bad neighbors. For you see, they live next door to hell! You'd think a realtor would have disclosed this. You know, has a nice view, the sunset, the sunrise, always mountains is beautiful. But, by the way, you live next door to hell. But maybe the Asgardians did not care about living next door to hell, for they are brave warriors. And down in hell, we see Loki, who is... Nope, I'm not going to say it. I see what he's doing, but I'm not going to say it. Loki decides it's now time to attack Asgard. And he brings with him an army of... Are they dogs? Jackals? Shaved attack poodles? And he begins his assault in Asgard's early 90s strategy role-playing game. Seriously, the first Warcraft game had better graphics than this. Oh, but this brave warrior here, he runs off to warn Asgard of the attack, blowing his horn as an alarm. You know, if someone's launching fireballs at you, do you really need an alarm to let you know you're under attack? Wouldn't the fireballs and the jackal poodles be enough to let you know that someone's attacking you? And we see Loki, once he gets to Asgard, why he's attacking. He demands to see Odin over and over and over again. But Odin is not in the castle today. Odin is out on a trip with his sons, Thor and this guy. For you see, Thor, Odin, and this guy, are on a trip to see the Norns, who weave fate in their loom. But as they get close, Odin tells them he must go alone. Wait, Odin, why did you bring them in the first place? They could have been back at the castle, defending it. Or off doing whatever Thor and this guy do in their free time. Why drag them all the way there? Not going to go see the Norns with you. But Thor and this guy do not listen, and they follow Odin up to the Norns, who are Viking strippers.
So their doom has spread its flame.
But like most strippers, they're not as attractive as the strippers you see in movies. The problem with this is, they're the strippers you see in movies, and they're still not that attractive. Odin is troubled of the things he has seen, and wants to know what it means. The Norns tell him, you're screwed! Loki's gonna kill you all, give him the hammer anyway, and just surrender. But Odin doesn't like this idea. He's not gonna surrender. He, Thor, and this guy leave. But not until Thor lets the Norns know he doesn't believe in fate. What was that reaction?
I don't believe in fate.
First off, it was delayed, as all heck. And second of all, he doesn't believe in fate. That's all you need to make you so upset. Just tell him, oh, I don't believe in fate. You're gonna be screwed anyway, kid. Ha ha. Now, as the trio return to Asgard, they see the attack, as Loki is destroying it. But they rush forward to fight. But Odin lets Thor know he needs to stay behind his brother, this guy, because he does not doubt Thor's heart, but his experience. I remember all those Norse myths of Thor being a whiny, uneducated warrior who has to hide behind his brother for protection. Oh, good times, those myths. Good times. I see Thor's getting up there fighting anyway. Oh, he's doing pretty good. Look at him chop that dog. Get him, Thor. Get him. It fell on you. You idiot. You stand right under the monster you're fighting. You deserve that, Thor. Those myths of Thor being the, moron who kills a giant and lets it land on him. I remember those myths. But now we see confrontation between Odin and Loki, and the two begin battling. He takes a sword, and he fights Loki. Loki seems to have stalemated between the power of the sword and his. That thing. Then Odin takes a spear and throws it and impales Loki. Oh, thank God! The movie's over! Loki's dead! We can stop watching it! But alas, Odin was tricked. It was not Loki who was stabbed, but his son who was holding the spear under his armpit? Seriously? You did this trick? Oh, what a world, I've been stabbed. That's your best special effects? Hold the spear under your armpit? Hope no one notices? Well, you know what? I noticed. Odin is distraught, and then defeated by Loki as he kind of lightly pokes him in the back with a sword. With his dying breath, Odin takes the hammer of invincibility, which didn't make him very invincible, and throws it into the air, where it disappears, making Loki very upset. Thor finally comes to after being fell on by that dog, and sees his brother, that guy, and Odin on the ground, defeated. Oh, poor Thor. He is sad, and he is angry. He wants revenge on Loki, and the two battle. And in this battle, Loki kind of beats the hell out of him. I mean, seriously, he just kind of smacks him around. And throws him around kind of like, a bitch, to be honest. I remember those stories. the myth of Thor not being able to fight Loki, the myth of Thor being a whiny little jerk who can't defend himself. Great stories. Great stories. Loki wants to know where the hammer is, but Thor refuses to tell. And then Thor is saved by a broomstick. No, seriously, that's not a bow staff. That thing is a broomstick. I don't care what you call it, that's a broomstick. This lady saves Thor. I will not immediately tell him who she is. Instead, tell him to shut up and get the hell out of there. Eventually, when they're safe, she reveals herself as... Well, alright, well this is Jarnaxa. And Jarnaxa is a servant of Odin. A servant of Odin that Thor had no idea existed. You know, my father had a scantily clad... My father knew a scantily clad woman he wanted to keep a secret from the family before. And then my parents got divorced. Then Jarnaxa here takes Thor to a secret training ground. A training ground protected by this powerful runestone. The runestone will not allow Loki to enter. Wait. You have a magical area where Loki can't get you? Why did you send the hammer there? You can't get in there, the hammer will be safe. Or, why would you just live there? Seriously, this is like the whole problem with the Quiet Place all over again. Why just live next to the water? Why don't you just live in the runestone, where Loki can't get you? But alright, at least you're going to train. That means I might at least get a decent montage out of this movie. Come on, show me something. All he did was change his clothes and put a cloak on? And talk about how comfortable he is now? I don't get a montage? Even Rocky got a montage! I didn't even get a montage. You know, these stupid movies, at least the one good thing I get is a montage. But you stole that from me, Thor! You stole that from me! No, I won't let you defeat me, Thor. Your montage of stupidity won't stop me. Let's go! Let's get this on! Let's keep going now. So, Thor and Jarnaxa leave the safety of the Rune of Protection to travel to Earth, where Odin has sent the Hammer of Invincibility. And there, they first travel to Jarnaxa's hidden house. And in her house, she keeps a buttload of firepower. Holy crap! Look at those guns! She even allows Thor to fire one, recklessly, in an apartment. Glad no one got killed in this. Thor is impressed and is glad to have this kind of firepower inside. Together, they partake in many scenes of useless walking, useless whining, and useless arguing. Let me sum this up for you. I am ready to fight Loki. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I am ready, but you suck. This will be repeated over and over and over again throughout the film. Now, Jarnaxa takes Thor to a back alley studio where she must help him open the gateway to the Tree of Life. But unfortunately, the gateway is password protected. You see, to get in, you must utter a very specific phrase. The phrase to open the gateway is, in fact, gateway.
Gateway. Gateway.
Gateway.
Seriously? You open your gateway by saying gateway? That's like having the combination of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your luggage. So, once they are through, they enter a cave, which will lead them to the Tree of Life. But Thor, he wants to go alone to prove his manliness. But Jarnaxa, she will hear none of it.
What if it's a trap? You should stay.
Why? Thor, if you die, it's over for all of us. We go together.
Until they get to a few feet ahead, when John Saxon insists he goes by himself.
Pass through and you will be there.
Aren't you coming?
This part of the journey is for you alone. There is a knight who guards the tree of...
Seriously? You just want to go by himself. You said no. Why is it so important to go by himself now? No, I don't care. You're stupid. I don't care. And then Thor must fight a guardian of the Tree of Life. Someone who has much better weapons and armor than he does. But Thor battles him and defeats the Black Knight in order to get to Tommy Chong's living room? No, this is the Tree of Life. And there, in the Tree of Life, he hears a voice of his father Odin speaking to him from beyond the grave, telling him he must go on a journey to retrieve the hammer before just giving him the hammer. You know, between George Saxon telling you that you have to go together, then sending you off alone, and Odin now telling you to go on a trip, then just give you the hammer, I think you guys had like 20 more pages of script that you'd have enough money to film. He's like, cut it out. Who cares? No explanation. Just give it to him. So now, Thor has the hammer, and he's ready to battle Loki. Or so he thinks. John Saxon disagrees. But Thor sneaks away to battle Loki. Oh, and the two prepare a battle. When Loki blows powder in his face. Dirty trick, Loki. That's a really dirty trick. He's about to seize the hammer. When John Saxon saves the day again. Seriously, how many legends we hear of Thor being beaten up by Loki only to have some chick save him? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying women can't be as strong as men, but Thor's supposed to be a god of strength in war, not a god of needing to be saved. You know, is this a really progressive Disney movie where Thor's a damsel in distress and John Saxon is a hero? Maybe I can work that into a story of my own someday. Now they sneak away. Thor does more whining. John Saxon does more lecturing. And Thor reveals that he has moved the runestone into John Saxon's house. Wait, the runestone moves? Is that even a special place? You can take it from place to place with you? Why didn't you put the runestone in Asgard? Or better yet, strap it to your back and walk around with it. Loki, it'd be like a restraining order. Loki will be like within 100 feet of you. You're stupid, Thor. You're stupid, and you deserve to get powder in your eyes. And next we hear more whining. Because yes, I'm ready to fight him. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. But before they can settle this, Loki appears for another pointless fight scene. This time, using his magic to make Thor look stupid, to avoid his attacks, and then not capitalizing on any of it and let them get away again. Where they partaken? Yeah, you know what they're going to do. More arguing if he's ready to fight Loki or not. Obviously you're not. You kind of suck at this, Thor. And as they argue, Thor sneaks off once again by himself. John Saxon, why did Odin trust you? You're as bad at keeping track of Thor as Thor is at fighting. But Thor challenged Loki again. But this time, Thor kind of kicks ass. He throws Loki around, beats him up, and then gets a hold of... Nope, I'm not going to say it. I see what he's doing, but I'm not going to say it. I don't care. You can say it. I'm not going to say it. Thor prepares to break Loki's that, but Loki says that if he breaks it, that he can never resurrect Odin and that guy. Thor's not sure what to do. Then Loki fades off like a wicked witch of the West, melting because he doesn't have his that. Oh, and Thor's overjoyed, but Jarn Saxa, she is not so sure. She does not believe Loki's been defeated, and begs Thor to get rid of that. Together, they go back to the protection of the runestone in her apartment. And she tells Thor she's going to find Loki to see if he's truly dead or not. Thor sits there and mopes and tries to use the power of that thing to bring his father and that guy back to life. Oh, but it was another trick. This time, Loki has been invited into the runestone because Thor brought that thing with him. And Loki materializes. He's ready to kill Thor and take the hammer until Jarn Saxa saves him again. But at least this time, she shoots him in the face. You know what? At least I can take some small solace in this movie by being able to say I've now seen someone pop a cap in Loki's ass. That's worth something, right? A little something, little bit. And they escape. Again. And Loki finds them. Again. This time summoning more of his bad CGI monsters. In this battle, they must fight the monsters as Thor and Jarn Saxa argue again over what to do. Finally, Jarn Saxa convinces them to open a gateway, but Thor's having none of it, and he battles Loki, pulling out a friggin' Uzi and trying to shoot him. But Thor is as bad a shot as he is at fighting, and Loki, Darth Vader's a gun out of his hand, only to pop a cap in Thor's ass. Oh, but Jarn Saxa, she's opened the gateway by now. She helps Thor through the gateway to her apartment. But as she tries to escape, Loki does this. And now Thor is injured in the apartment by himself, while Jarn Saxa is at Loki's mercy. But the potion of healing quickly helps Thor regain his power. And then he's off again to fight Loki one more time. But here he sees Jarn Saxa laying on the ground, dying. And they confess their love for one another, which came right out of nowhere.
Get you out of here. We'll get the potion of healing. We'll take care of it.
Leave me here.
No, I'll never.
So much.
I love you too. Very touching.
But you see, this is not Jarn Saxa, but another trick. Once again, Loki has fooled Thor, and now he has a hammer. Oh, and Loki smacks the crap out of Thor with a hammer a couple of times, and then crucifies him with his girlfriend. The two watch on as Loki causes mischief and destruction upon Earth. Thor begs forgiveness. Jarn Saxa tells him not to give up before being thrown into hell. And then Thor himself is thrown into hell. In hell, Thor tries to find his father, this guy, and Jarn Saxa. But Jarn Saxa tells him she is not there. She has gone on. Gone on to where? Is there another hell? Is Thor like a purgatory and you're in real hell? I don't care. You know what? Maybe they couldn't afford her anymore. I don't care. But we see Loki takes a hammer. And he goes to Tommy Chong's living room. And he destroys the Tree of Life. And in the process creates a Nine Inch Nails video. Oh, but Thor in hell has not given up. George Saxon tells him he's ready, and he crafts his own hammer out of lava. Yes, Thor molds lava and punches it to create a new hammer. A hammer that allows him to transport back to Earth. Loki's surprised to see Thor with a new hammer and a new outfit. And they battle again. It's the same fight over again. But this time, Thor is ready. And we see the same establishing shot done over and over and over again as they rush each other and swing their hammers.
The power of that hammer belongs to me. There is nothing left to fight for. It's over. Nothing is over. We control our own fate.
Eventually, Thor breaks the hammer of invincibility, which proved to not be very invincible at all. And from there, he defeats Loki, crushing him by the power of Grayskull. And now that Loki is defeated, Thor takes the last healing potion and heals the Tree of Life, in the process creating a Casting Crowns video. Oh. And then he goes back to Asgard and does what someone should have done in this film in the first place. He smashes the loom of the Norns, thereby destroying the threads of fate. This movie is terrible. Almighty Thor is a horrific movie that hurts you in your heart to watch it, especially if you are a fan of Thor, as I am. I am a fan of the mythological Thor. I am a fan of Marvel Comics Thor. And you, Asylum, you are scum for making this movie. I hereby smite thee in the name of Hopkins, in the name of Hiddleston, in the name of Hemsworth, and in the name of Thor. I call for justice! Hey everyone, I just want to say thanks again for watching. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share it. Hope you come back to see another one. I really have fun making these. I really hope you guys enjoy seeing them. I really hope to see you again in the future. And just so you know, I'm a little light on coin for my journeys. If you have any charity in your hearts, perhaps you could see my Patreon in the link. Also, as you might notice, I have a new unicorn on the wall. If you want to know the story of the unicorn, in a few days I should be uploading that to my website. It'll be exclusive to the website, not seen on YouTube, so if you want to know how that guy got on my wall, then you'll have to go over to the website and find out. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the future.